This episode of Twin Speaks contains spoilers.
Hello and welcome to Twin Speaks First Watch, First Listen of The Dead Don't Die, starring Bill Murray, Adam Driver, Chloe Sevigny, and Tom Waits. What do you guys...
Andrew using his dog as an excuse.
I always do.
I can't come. Murphy's acting weird about her food.
Yeah, I actually almost didn't come today because she didn't eat all of her food.
Oh, I thought you had a
she'll
cold.
live.
I also wasn't feeling well.
No.
Yeah, whatever.
Directed and written by Jim Jarmusch. You guys want to take turns pronouncing that?
Jimothy Jarmusch.
Jimmy, I thought it was
Jim Jam.
Jim Jarmusch.
I think it was. I thought it was Jim Jarmusch.
Jarmusch?
Yeah, I know it's not.
Jarmusch.
There's really no way to tell.
Jarmusch.
Yeah, we'll never know. I'm your co-host Pat. You can find me on Twitter at @kidcombo_, and I'm of course joined by my twin brother and co-host. You can find him on social media and Animonium. It's Andrew.
You're doing great, sweetie.
We are also joined by friend of the show and occasional co-host. You can find her on social media at States of Georgia. It's Georgia.
Background
Strictly
lurker.
friend.
Extraordinaire. Pat and I are lovers, okay?
Friend. Just a very close friend.
You guys don't even realize how difficult it is doing this with two twins.
Oh wait, I want to say
twins?
something
Or is it one twin?
before. Hold on, shut up for a second.
Twins?
I was checking like the downloads for the month of June, and it was our best month ever.
Yeah.
For like listens and everything.
Did we only release like one episode?
It was like really. We actually like we're finally.
It's true.
Shouldn't have let that one slip. But anyway, thanks to all the people that have. If you're like a new fan or
Hell yeah.
if you're still listening and you're like sharing it around or whatever.
Thank you to those 6 new people that listen.
This is like par for the course.
What?
Pat gets
This
very
intro.
excited when he sees that people are listening.
He's
and
like,
downloading the
"Ooh,
podcast."
boy, that's another spike."
He puts a lot of time and effort into this podcast.
Anyway,
Andrew just shows up.
I just show up. I show up incredibly unprepared.
It should be twin and a half speaks.
It should be twin and then that guy that came in off the street.
Yeah.
Pat and others.
And then background lurker who just happens to
Pat,
live
etc.
in the recording
Pat,
studio.
etc.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
I like how I
Proud
just
of you.
repeated what you said as if it was funny. I was like, Pat,
As
etc.
if
You
it
were
was
like,
funny?
Pat, etc. That's okay, I guess. Yeah, that's par for the course.
Yeah, belittling me.
Dumb fuck.
Okay. Did you guys? There's a whole bunch of news. How do we do this again? I just burped
You
into
just
the mic.
go, did you hear?
You're sick.
And then
Ryan,
you start doing the thing about purds the word. Purd. Happily. Little Parks and Rec reference for you.
one of the most well-known
R.I.P.
Parks and Rec references.
R.I.P. Purd Hapley.
No, he died.
No.
Oh,
He might be. I'm just
Oh,
covering
I thought you guys were
bases.
talking about the guy on Family Guy that just goes, "It's gonna rain."
Go rain. Ollie the Weatherman.
Yeah.
was that your impression of it?
It gon'
It's
rain.
gonna rain.
It is. It's perhaps it might rain today.
I don't know.
It's just a regular newscast.
Yeah.
Regular weather person.
I don't think they're
There's a
that
90%
wishy-washy about
chance
the
of
rain. I think
precipitation.
literally their job as a meteorologist is to know if it's gonna rain. Perhaps some clouds in the sky.
He's like looking out the window.
Yeah.
The entire
It's literally just him pulling back a curtain.
yelling to someone in another room. I think it's gonna rain.
Not on this side of the house. It's sunny over here. Well, be God. I don't know.
Okay.
Andrew's had enough mic time.
What? This
We're
is
like
my
4
mic
minutes
time.
in.
Circle jerking his own jokes.
Oh,
I'm what? Circumventing my own jokes?
circumventing his own.
No, I said
I thought that's what you
He's
said.
airing them out.
I said circle
Circumcising my own jokes?
He's cutting the tips off.
circle jerking.
I'll just never finish any of the jokes now. Just never finish any of the...
Don't cut
circumcising all the
They don't cut the tips off.
They just slice them
we
right
can
off.
clearly tell who isn't circumcised in this room.
One of us.
No, man, I am circumcised. That's
Actually,
how I know.
Yeah, when Pat and Andrew were born, they got one circumcised and the other one they left alone.
That'd be
just
such a
as an
sick
experiment.
joke.
They touched their tips together and went, hallelujah, and then just
No, where are
dipped
you
us into
going?
the holy water.
Stop. Where are you going with that? Did you say holy water?
Yeah, talking about our circumcision.
It went
Jerry
too far
Seinfeld
after you
was
said
there.
they touched their tips together.
George was there.
What's it called when you get circumcised?
Kramer was there.
Circumcision.
Brisk?
There's
No.
someone called a moiter.
A moiter? I think
Goiter. Never mind.
He has a goiter. Wait, what is it called? It's called a brisk? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I've
They have
never
the
heard
holy
that.
knife. And they slice it like little salami's.
Fuck.
No, they just bring in one of those deli meat slicers. They just lay you down on top, and they just kind of stretch it through the thing, and they just go. That's the sound I imagine it makes. No, wait. Stop.
Wait, when the baby would make that sound?
Yeah. Yeah. All babies sound like full-grown men. What the hell is that? Oh, get it under control over there. Oh my god.
She's having too much fun.
She gets hiccups when she laughs?
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Do you wanna pause?
This sounds like the most fake hiccup.
That's what my dad always used to say to me when I was a kid. He's like, Georgia, stop faking your hiccups. I'm like, why would I do this to myself? Yeah.
It sounds like you're reverse puking.
Oh, look, I can see them on the little monitor thing.
Yeah, those little spikes, those are you.
All right, let's
They're
focus
so
up.
cute.
Come on.
There it is. Look.
Okay. Forget it.
Holy shit! What the fuck is happening?
Too many thoughts trying to cram themselves.
Yeah, they're trying to get out of your mouth all at once. We have news, but also there's other things I want to say at once.
Okay. Rian Johnson's newest film, Knives Out, has gotten its first trailer. We watched that before. Seconds before we started this podcast. Actually, I watched it
fucking
then you
train
guys
wreck.
came unprepared.
I also watched another trailer.
Came over,
No,
I
wait,
live
commercial.
here.
Starring Daniel
It's a
Craig,
walrus.
Chris Evans, Anna de Armas,
Ridiculous.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Toni Collette, Michael Shannon, and a whole bunch of more people.
There was like a bunch of people in that cast that like didn't get that were in the trailer, but
Yeah.
didn't get it.
It's like a
Sorry.
massive cast.
Yeah, it is.
Written,
It looks
directed
really good.
Dude
by
from
Rian
the
Johnson.
kid from It's in it.
Yeah, and then
Which one?
he
Which
shows
one?
up like twice. The one with the stutter.
The one,
Oh, cute.
the one with the brother that dies.
Yeah,
and the
that's right.
broken arm.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, right. He does break his arm.
Yep.
Yeah, so this comes out November 27th, 2019. What do you guys think?
I think it looks really good.
I didn't get the joke about the KFC detective.
CS what is
CSI to KFC.
What is this? CSI KFC?
Because you don't get enough.
Let's all
of
go
that.
around the horn, deliver it differently. Andrew, you go
What
first.
is this? CSI KFC?
Go.
I feel one coming.
What?
Wait, that wasn't the line. George is reciting porn. Everything you're doing is.
I'm trying to hold my breath, okay? This movie looks really good. I'll talk about it later.
Also
your
part of the porn that she was watching. Try to hold her breath.
Yeah, I thought this looked really cool. It was like anything with Daniel Craig doing the accent that he did in what movie was that? Logan Lucky, where it's like this ambiguous Southern accent.
Oh, yeah. I
It's
forgot
different
about
than Logan Lucky. Logan Lucky is kind of all over the place.
Yeah, but this he was like doing
Yeah, he's
another
doing an accent.
sort of accent.
Yeah.
I'm getting naked. Was that the line? No, it's
Don't look, I'm getting naked back here or something.
No
He said, Don't peek.
peeking.
No peeking. I guarantee we fucked that up. That's not correct.
yeah, no, it's not. Hey, no looking back here.
Hey,
Hey,
forget about that Mia. Don't look back here.
Hey, no peeking.
I'm trying to get changed. Forget about it.
Yeah, that looked really good. That was the first trailer. There's a whole bunch of people in it, so if we didn't say their names, they're probably in it too.
Whoa.
It cost like I'll just
Philip Seymour Hoffman, the ghost of Philip Seymour Hoffman's in this movie.
No, but he would have done a really good job.
It's all
I
the
think so
cocaine.
too.
Thanks. It's where Daniel Craig in a non-serious role. That's all I can say.
Disney released a series of pictures featuring the Lion King cast and their animal counterparts.
This is so weird.
Beyonce!
Yeah, did you guys see that?
Saw the
I
Beyonce
only saw
one, yeah.
Beyonce's.
So
She's the only
there's
thing that matters.
Billy Eichner released one with him, Seth Rogen, and John Oliver, and
Yeah.
he's like, I'm not gonna get as many likes, but I'm trying, or something like that.
I couldn't remember John Oliver's name, so I searched British Jon Stewart.
You did not.
Yeah, and it came up. It was the second thing. It's
not
The
bad.
first one was Jon Stewart's Wikipedia. Second one was John Oliver's Wikipedia. But yeah, there's that one. Alfred Woodard, Florence Casumbra, Eric Andre, and Keegan Michael Key. But yeah, it was just like little portraits of them next to like the animals.
It's kind of weird.
It was kind of weird. It was just like it reminded me of like the Walmart. Like you can get your like picture taken at like the Walmart, and it's like a green screen. Or it's like a blue screen or something. This one's like just black, and then it's just an animal.
And
It's like we all know
And a
who's in
headshot.
this. What? Sorry.
No, but
And a
Pat, it's called marketing.
yeah, look it up,
Yeah, I
nerd.
guess so.
Hey, you butt.
You fucking
Okay,
stupid.
moving on. It director Andy Muschietti
Musachetti.
to
Muschietti.
direct new DCEU film The Flash.
Yeah,
Another one?
they're starting it from scratch. I saw
Because
that.
Ryan Reynolds sucks so bad.
Ryan Reynolds was
What?
not the Flash.
No, Green Lantern. Green Lantern. Green Lantern.
No, he was Green Flash.
What?
The Green Flash.
Yeah.
No, he was Green Lantern.
No, he was. You know, like in what's that movie Robin Williams did with Flubber?
I love Flubber.
That's the other name for Flubber.
Good Morning Vietnam.
I used to own that on VHS.
I'm ignoring you. You also just went cross-eyed. That was weird. Stop, you just can't.
Yeah, I can do
How can you tell his
That's
eyes are
really
always so
fucking
squinty?
weird. How did you do that? How do you look like you looked like it? Like the clown when he like does the bug-eyed thing. Nobody can see it. It's really fucking off-putting.
Didn't know I could do it on command.
You did it so bad. You're
I
like,
just discovered this.
literally the second.
Yeah, I
You
didn't know
didn't even see yourself do it. You're just counting
No,
on.
you're just
Stop
counting
doing it.
Oh, shut up. So apparently, though, there's been 4 directors at one point attached to this movie.
Yeah.
So first there was Seth Graham-Smith, Rick Fumuawa, John Francis Daly, and Jonathan Goldstein, and then even Chris Miller and Phil Lord were attached to it.
I think they were initially attached to it.
Yeah, they were like the rumored one, but then apparently they were like the first
Yeah, they
ones
turned
that
it
were
down.
attached, and then they turned it down or something. But they have like writing credit on the original script.
Wow.
But then now they're going with a whole new script, and it's Christina Hodson who wrote Bumblebee and the new Birds of Prey movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you and I watch Bumblebee?
No.
Bumblebees?
Bumblebee? I watched it with someone, and it was
watched
like
it.
it was pretty good.
I think we watched it.
Yeah, right.
You guys watched it.
It was
'Cause I
pretty
didn't
good.
want to.
When did we watch it? Did we go see it in
I think it was in Kelowna. When
Pat,
it
don't
was,
give
like,
away
during
your
break or
location.
something.
Oh. It was what?
Don't give away your location.
I
We
did,
live
I said
at
different location.
1349 Richardson Street.
What?
Think I
I'm
edited
just
this
leaving
out.
it blank. So I can edit it out.
And you also got the address
Fuck you.
wrong. I'm sorry. Are my hiccups really annoying?
Yeah.
I've been ignoring them.
That doesn't. What? Just
I know.
because you're ignoring them does not mean
That's
that.
what I mean.
I'm
Like,
trying to
the
make
wrong
them
person to
stop.
ask.
They're just like little blips. Now I'm suffocating them in my throat.
Nice.
That sounds really dark.
Suffocating all that stuff. Like my feelings.
Yeah. You need to talk to someone.
What were we talking about?
I'm okay. I got Murphy. Murphy, why are you trying to look at me when I'm crying to you?
Moving on. Paul Rudd has joined Jason Reitman's upcoming Ghostbusters 2020 movie.
Yeah.
What? They
It's literally
reverted back.
called Ghostbusters 2020.
Yeah.
They
went
reverted
to
back to a
7-Eleven.
man cast.
No, he's apparently playing a teacher, and then Carrie Coon is going to be in the movie with Finn Wolfhard and McKenna Grace. And apparently it's like the woman, like the I forgot what her name is, but the woman, the like secretary in the first one, it's like the daughter or
This is getting a little bit convoluted, my love.
Yeah, I like read the thing, but it was like someone's kid is like gonna be the main character, and then Paul Rudd's just playing like one of the teachers.
Oh.
So he's like in the movie, but he's like supposed to be like a mentor kind of character. But it's Jason Reitman, whose father, Ivan Reitman, was the original director of the first Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then he's going to be serving as a producer for the movie too, with Jason Reitman co-writing the script and filming beginning later this summer. But it's supposed to be a direct sequel.
Yeah.
From like the original ones.
When I was in Soyuz at the 7-Eleven, they still had a Ghostbusters flavor, like a slushie,
Sick.
a Slurpee, which doesn't make any sense because that movie came out in 2016.
Did you try it?
No, it was like banana.
Ugh.
It was like banana slime.
Yuck.
Yeah.
It was banana slime?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was neon. It was like uranium colored. No, it wasn't. But that'd be really funny.
What's the color of uranium?
Uranium Rod from like... What's a good band name? What the fuck?
What was
Andrew.
that?
That's that fart.
Andrew farting again.
Uranium Rod is a good band name. Uranium from like the Simpsons intro, like the old one. It's always just glowing.
I just tried.
Green.
Anyway.
Wow.
Henry Cavill.
Is that just telling me that whatever tangent I'm on is not funny?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Henry Cavill has been cast to play Sherlock Holmes opposite of Millie Bobby Brown in the new film Enola Holmes.
Wait, is he playing Sherlock Holmes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's playing Sherlock Holmes in the new movie Enola Holmes.
Yeah, you said that.
Do you know anything about Enola Holmes?
Do you know Enola Holmes?
Am I
Who
the
lives
one
on
that doesn't like Millie
Drury
Bobby
Lane?
Brown?
I feel like she's kind of being forced on everybody. I don't think she's that good of an actor.
I think she's fine.
She's fine.
She's a kid actor.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
She's
she
doing
can
the
be
best
shit.
she can.
I find her. Oh, I don't want to
Repulsive.
say anything
Who's
bad
that
about
kid?
the
Who's the kid that played the kid in the Owen Wilson movie where he always wears a space helmet?
O.J. Simpson?
Oh, that's not right. That doesn't sound right.
Was it a white Bronco?
What? You say
I
white?
don't know.
Sound like you said
Why I'm
white
making
broccoli.
O.J. Simpson joke.
Yeah, that was weird. No, he's also the one that's in the kid movie with the 3 kids and they're like
Boyhood? Oh, sorry. I know. Yeah, it's the kid from Boyhood.
Is it? No, it's
Yeah,
not.
he's from Vancouver. That kid.
No, I don't think he's in Boyhood.
He was in Room.
No.
Jacob Tremblay.
Yeah, Jacob Tremblay. Yeah.
He's not in Boyhood.
Yeah.
He's in Boyhood? Wait, Boyhood's the
Don't
one
look
with
at me. I've never seen
Ethan
it.
Hawke, right?
Yeah, he's in Boyhood.
He's not in Boyhood.
Look it up. He's definitely in
I think
Boyhood.
because the whole thing is that they used a kid that grew the entire time.
He's in Boyhood.
You keep saying that like it's just going to convince me. It's just making me angry.
Look into my eyes!
Anyways, what about Jacob Tremblay?
Yeah, what was that
I
thing
like
about?
Jacob Tremblay.
I don't know
I think it's
now.
just like I feel bad because like
It's not a
I
Jacob
remember what it
Tremblay,
was
you
like
bitch.
to be like an awkward like 13-year-old, except I wasn't wearing like Chanel and I wasn't like a millionaire. But then just like knowing
What are you even talking about?
Are you crying?
No. Oh goodness.
Eller Coltrane.
That's... What about
Yeah,
him?
because Jacob Tremblay's like 12 right now. And like the whole thing is Boyhood is that he grew the same
Yeah,
because it was
Pat.
filmed like over the course of how many years? It literally did not make sense, and you were so convinced it was him too.
I knew it wasn't him.
No, you didn't.
Alright, what was your
You just
thing
did your
about...
cross-eyed thing too.
What was your thing about Jacob
I
Tremblay?
don't remember now.
Okay, we were talking about Enola Holmes. Does anybody know anything about that?
I don't know.
Move on.
Okay, so it's a book
Millie Bobby
series.
Brown, whatever.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was a
Based-
book series or a person that
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
a-
want to misidentify.
It's based on the Nancy Springer book series, The Enola Holmes Mysteries, which follows Sherlock and Mycroft's Holmes' much younger sister, Enola.
Okay.
That's cool.
So
So she's Enola.
she's playing Enola,
Enola.
and then Henry Cavill is playing her brother.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't realize that there was like such a massive, like, other part of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, you would think we'd have heard more about it.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
again, I'm sure this is like
you think
something
there'd be
that
like a sweet comic book series on Sherlock Holmes or a sweet TV series or something? That was lame. Continue.
It's a valid point. I don't know what your joke is.
I was leading up to something and I forgot it mid-sentence.
Helena Bonham Carter is also going to be in it. She plays their mom.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
Mama Holmes.
Killing Eve, the showrunner for that, Harry Bradbeer, is going to be directing it. There's like 6 novels. That's crazy.
cool.
I started looking this up, and there
That
was
one
like
sounded
more
like
and
a
more
fart.
stuff about it.
What?
I said that one sounded like a fart.
My hiccup?
Yeah. You held it in too much and went, what?
Okay.
I don't hold them in. I just try to live my life, you know.
There's also a trailer for the new Charlie's Angels
Just live your life, man.
reboot.
So who's Charlie?
Charlie, no one knows who Charlie
Patrick
is.
Stewart.
No.
Who's he?
You're not supposed to
He
know.
was
Patrick
someone
Stewart?
else. No, I don't
Why would
think
they
it
show
was.
him then? He's Charlie.
Nope.
Because you never know who Charlie is.
That's the point. Even in the other movies that you never knew.
Okay, but we know who Bosley is.
Yeah, that's Elizabeth Banks,
Right.
who directed and wrote this one.
Whoa.
Yeah. Triple threat. She's in it.
Oh.
She wrote it. She's behind the camera directing it.
How does she
She's
direct
also
herself?
has the boon.
She's just carrying the boon around the entire. She doesn't know how to use it. She's just carrying it around.
You say boon or boom?
Boom.
Nah.
The one with like the
Like
big
Bonnie-
fuzzy, the
like
fuzzy
Bonnie
mic.
Thank you.
Boon.
Yes, I know what a boom is.
Yes, thank you. We're all holding just mini boons.
But it's all co-written by Evan Spiliotopoulos.
You made that name up.
Nope. Who wrote the script for Beauty and the Beast,
Which one?
the remake.
Ooh.
And then David Oburn, who wrote The Lake House.
I love that movie.
I included that
Yeah.
just because I wanted her to say
I
that.
just seen his fucking smug face when he
Keanu
said it.
and
He's sitting like,
Sandra.
and you wrote the Lake House, and he went,
I love that movie. Oh my god,
waiting for
writing
you.
letters through time? Are you kidding me? You cannot write better cinema, people. Oh god.
time's a flat circle, baby.
Anytime you just got my hiccups all riled up all over again.
Yeah,
That's so
shut up, Patrick.
exciting.
Stop riling up her hiccups.
That's
would-
so cool.
Let her control them.
So what did you guys think of the trailer?
What did we think of the Lake House?
What?
So it's
Amazing.
I wish
Keanu's
the
best
mailbox was
film.
bigger.
Okay.
A beautiful tale of
Because
architecture
like,
and love.
what if you want to mail like a package?
You go to the post office. They have to wait, you dumb fuck.
Okay, isn't that Family Guy bit where he
package.
like puts his wiener in it?
Does he?
What? Like a dick in a box?
No, it's a Family Guy thing, isn't it? This is the second time. We've never talked about Family Guy at all
Twice
for
in
like
one episode.
36 episodes, and now it's just, we've done it twice.
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah, let's rip off more shitty TV.
Okay, so Kristen Stewart's in it, Naomi Scott, and Ella Balinska. Those are the angels.
I mean, okay. It didn't look great.
It looked okay.
It didn't look horrible.
You just stole exactly what I said, but you mixed 2 of the words up.
She's using synonyms.
But I'm satisfied. Will I watch it? Probably not.
It's right down the middle line of.
I like that you're asking yourself questions.
You know,
Boring.
do I think it would be a fun family flick? Yes.
What's with the hands?
Would I maybe have a couple drinks and then watch it? Probably.
Hands and necks. Like you're just.
Do I
moving
wish?
your-
I'm just laying on the couch, okay? Do I wish that I was as, like a fierce fighter who knew self-defense and karate? Yes, I do.
It's all about Krav Maga.
Krav Maga?
Krav
you
Maga.
nailed that.
Krav Maga.
Krav Maga? I thought it was
Krav
Krav.
Maga.
I thought it was Krav Maga.
Krav Maga.
Krav
It's Krav Maga.
or Krav Maga?
Krav Maga.
Are we saying the same thing?
We're doing that bit that we were doing before the episode started.
I'm not doing a bit.
No.
My life's a bit.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
It's or Wing Chun. No, wait. That's
Everybody
the name
Wing
of
Chun tonight?
that. No, what's the one that Bruce Lee does? Because he's dead.
Taekwondo.
It's not Taekwondo. You racist fuck.
What?
It's Wing Chun. I think she's Wing Chun.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight?
That's what it's from.
Really?
I think.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
this is going to be real bad if this is wrong. It's Wing Chun. Krav Maga.
I thought it was Wayne Chung.
No, that's Wayne
Like a
World. That's
person?
Wayne World's full name.
Wayne
Chun.
Chung World.
Yeah. WCW, baby.
That's Garth's full name.
Garth Brooks Girth.
You guys used to have a love affair with Garth Brooks, didn't you?
Yep.
A love affair. He didn't love us back.
It was a one-sided love.
That's really sad.
Aw,
Uh,
that's okay.
anyway, I didn't think this trailer was very good.
Moving
Moving
the
on.
movie already.
Yeah, there's only one thing left. Netflix's upcoming original feature, Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein, starring
No.
David Harbour,
We're
has
the
gotten its first
Frankenstein's
trailer.
Monsters
We're the only
Monster.
3 people that saw this trailer.
Frankenstein.
I guarantee you.
Pat, it's Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein.
That's what I said.
No.
Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein.
You have to have more of a pause.
Frankenstein's Monsters.
There is a
Monster
comma.
Frankenstein.
No. That would suggest
Andrew,
a
take a
question
run.
mark.
Wing Chun. I knew it was Wing Chun. Wing Chun Bruce Lee.
How do you spell it?
Wing Chun. Like exactly how you think
Like
it's spelled.
W-I-N-G.
Chun.
No,
C-H-U-N.
W-A-Y.
Wang.
Wing Chun.
Pat.
Andrew,
Anyways,
it was
what
like
were you
the bit that we were doing.
what were you asking me?
Said you take a run at this. Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein.
No,
what is
not
it? Where are the
Frankenstein.
commas in this?
Okay, there's an
Frankenstein's?
apostrophe over between the N and the S on the first Frankenstein. So Frankenstein's,
It's possessive.
it's a possessive apostrophe.
It's Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's Monster.
Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein. No, wait.
Frankenstein's Monsters Frankenstein.
So wait, is Frankenstein the monster?
Frankenstein.
Or is Frankenstein...
Frankenstein's monsters.
No, wait.
Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein.
There you go.
Now you're cooking with.
Yeah. Okay, so in this sense, Frankenstein created a monster
Yeah,
who
Frankenstein's
created a
monsters.
monster named Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Frankenstein's monsters. Frankenstein.
Yeah. So
Here,
Frankenstein's monsters.
This is Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like Frankenstein
the OG.
Frankenstein made monsters, plural,
Yeah.
monster.
And its name
Frankenstein.
is
No.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein's
Frankenstein.
monsters, monster.
Yes.
Frankenstein's monster.
I know.
Frankenstein made a
Frankenstein.
monster that made a monster.
This is great.
Yeah.
That's named Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we're all on the same
So
page.
Frankenstein
Monsters,
didn't
monster.
make 2 monsters. Frankenstein made 1 monster, and that monster made another monster and named it Frankenstein.
Okay.
So anyway, this movie's about Avatar.
Anyways, here's Wonderwall.
Directed by Daniel Gray Longino, who has done stuff for Portlandia, The Kroll Show, Tim and Eric, and Eric Andre.
Right. So you know it's
Makes
gonna be
sense.
Like,
And
It's
written
about
by...
David Harbour Jr. Though.
Sorry?
That it's about David Harbour Jr. That's what like his.
It's
character's
David
name.
Harbour playing David Harbour
Harbour
Jr.
Jr.
playing...
Okay, I
Because
wasn't
David
sure.
Harbour's dad
Yeah.
named David Harbour Jr.
But then
Yeah.
what was his name? David Harbour III?
Probably.
I wasn't sure if we were supposed to know that it was the same guy playing the son as it was the dad.
Yeah, it was.
And like because they do the whole funky like 80s like TV thing in the trailer, you know, where they make it kind of look like an old soap opera.
Yeah.
It like kind of distorted his face a little bit, and I was like, is that the same guy?
Yeah, because it made his beard look whiter, too.
Yeah.
Because he looked like... There's that bit in the trailer where he's like sitting at the table and he's asking for more meat. That's like a thing that's Orson Welles has done.
Oh.
So the whole thing looks like he's playing Orson Welles.
Oh, that's funny.
And then it's written by John Lavenstein, who was a writer for Arrested Development and Silicon Valley.
Cool.
Oh, sick.
Is this a TV show or a movie?
It's a movie, and it comes out next Friday.
Are you guys gonna review it?
Yeah, I think we should.
You
It
don't
looks
have
really
to go-
funny. It's like
you don't
checks
have
all
to
my
pay-
boxes.
We just spent 5 minutes figuring out the name. We goddamn better.
You don't have to pay $13 to go see it.
Yeah.
Fuck yep.
So it features David Harbour as he
David Harbour
delves into the enigmatic history of his legendary acting family and examines his father's legacy and role in a made-for-TV play.
Okay.
So it's a play on TV.
That's what made-for-TV play
done
means.
by his family. Okay.
But it's not true, right?
No.
Okay.
But he plays himself.
Really
It
fucking
looked really
like
funny.
that.
I don't
It
know.
looks funny, yeah.
Yeah. There's a bit where like the other actor like punches a hole in the wall and it's just a set wall, so there's just empty space behind it. Anyway, okay, that's it for news.
How are we doing for time?
Half an hour in, we're on schedule.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the movie.
Let's talk about
This is a movie. I did not like this movie.
The Dead
Okay,
Don't
The
Die.
Dead Don't
Movie.
Die,
I spent
starring
$13 on this movie.
Bill Murray. Shut up.
We'll get
Adam
to
Driver, Chloe Sevigny, and Tom Waits. Those are the main. There's like fucking.
that. Tilda Swinton.
There's 1, 2,
Selena
3,
Gomez.
4,
Selena Gomez.
5. There's like so
RZA.
many people.
Austin Butler.
Iggy Pop.
Lucas the Bat.
Zombie RZA. Danny Glover.
Sarah Driver.
The guy that played the hotel manager.
He looked like a younger version, but equally as fat version of Jack Nicholson.
Sturgill Simpson.
Isn't in this movie.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah. I said that when we got out of it.
Not to
I
me.
even told you. Yeah, okay.
I heard a lot of Sturgill Simpson in this movie. Did not see him.
Okay, so this movie's about a peaceful town of Centersville finds itself battling a zombie horde as the dead start rising from their graves.
Yep.
But not at all what it's about.
Yeah.
Because
So what did you guys think of this movie? I don't think there's any point
Nothing
of like
happens in this movie.
nothing.
Like, nothing happens.
So there's a zombie.
So the moon's on fire.
apocalypse. The moon's
Because
on
of
fire.
polar
Fracking?
fracking.
polar fracking.
Doing
Yeah.
fracking on the old Earth poles, and it's knocking the Earth off axis just
Which
ever so
causes
gently. And it
the-
causes the moon to catch fire for whatever reason.
I don't think the moon's
And
on fire. I think it's like
The moon's on fire.
Okay.
It was
It's like
fucking
covered in like
Relax.
purple slime.
fire.
I thought it was slime.
It's not slime.
no.
Yeah.
Uranium green slime. That's what they call it. Callback.
So the Earth being off its axis causes a
moon
reaction, making all of the dead become undead. And I guess it mostly follows like Bill Murray and Adam Driver's characters.
Yeah.
Like they're the two main characters.
And Chloe's 70, I guess.
But she's she's there, but she's not there all the time.
Yeah.
There's a
who's Chloe
strange new
Sevigny?
mortician that
The
comes
other
to town.
cop.
Oh, right.
Okay, what was Tilda Swinton's character's name in this movie? Because it was
Lassie
freakishly
O'Brien.
close to her own name, and I remember turning to Pat in this movie.
Zelda Winston.
Zelda Winston.
Yeah,
Tilda
Tilda
Swinton.
Swinton, yeah.
Come on.
As soon as they
Hilarious.
said it, you were like, "Oh, it's like her name."
It was like her name in an alternative
I can
reality.
just see her going, ha, it's like her name.
Yeah.
She might have done that actually.
Okay. One of my issues with this was that
Everybody
there
pick
was
one word to describe
several.
this
I'm talking.
movie. Sorry.
There were several like unresolved, like character, like secondary plots, or like I don't even know what you would describe it. It's like it's not like a secondary plot because they all follow the same plot, i.e., a zombie apocalypse. But the whole like teens and juvie, that really goes absolutely nowhere.
literally doesn't. It just
Adds nothing to the plot of the movie whatsoever.
They just disappear.
Yeah, because
they're just like, I know a place we can hide.
and that's the last time you see them
Yeah.
in the movie, which is probably 10 minutes before the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So you expect them to
Because Tilda
like
Swinton's driving away,
Yeah.
or Zelda Winston
in her smart car.
in
Adam Driver's smart car.
to the
And
cemetery where
Yeah.
she gets beamed up in a UFO.
So I thought that was odd.
The
I
UFO
also
part?
that was.
We'll
What?
get to that.
I also thought it was odd that the whole Selena Gomez, like Austin Butler driving up in a cool car bit.
Making a big deal about the cool car.
Yeah, because
Making a big deal about, like,
I understand
their characters.
Yeah, well, I understand like
Hipsters
wanting to
from
bring
Cleveland.
in like outsiders to show how different and crazy this town is, but all of these zombie attacks are happening across the country, so that seemed odd. And also the fact that they have that moment, and Pat brought this up after the movie, where Bobby, the gas attendant, like there's a seeming spark between him and Selena Gomez's character when she's like, "Oh, my name is, what's her name again? Amy or something?"
I was just looking for it. I can't find it now. Zoe.
My name is Zoe. I had the one syllable thing right. No, never mind. 2 syllables.
Amy, Zoe.
And there's these like this little halo around her head, as if he's like all of a sudden like love struck by her.
And it's like very cartoonish, just like you can even hear it. There's like a sound effect with it.
It's just like
it
a little, it's like
ding.
a zing. And so you expect that to go somewhere. You expect like them to run into each other again or something to happen, because that's how movies work. And nope. Nothing.
She even has like the cheesy line of going like, "Oh, your film knowledge is like really
great.
It's like really great or something." It's like she's like says some weird thing where it's like it was like him saying that to someone. Mm-hmm. Like, "Oh, and then she said my film knowledge was like really cool."
Yeah.
It's like him trying to brag about it to like his friends or something. It was like such a weird out of place line. And then the Halo thing, it was like, what the fuck? What's going on here?
This movie really subverts all of your expectations about what a movie should be, and that's, I think, the problem that I had with it.
And maybe that's the point of the movie, and maybe that's why none of us liked it. It's because it leads you to believe that it's going to be like something. A zombie apocalypse movie, and then there's going to be like maybe a different twist, because like Tilda Swinton is like
like an
alien, but you don't. But even like the beginning bit about her being like a samurai or being really good with the sword, it's like, oh, that's really cool.
It was a quirky like character trait, yeah.
But then it like kind of just makes fun of you for falling for that, or makes fun of you for falling for the fact that like Ronnie and Cliff are like good cops or something. But then it turns out like it seems like Cliff is the only one that like.
No, Ronnie's a good cop too.
But then it seems like he's the only one that understands what's happening, because then Ronnie just kind of goes like, "I told you."
But Ronnie only knows that because he read the script.
Yeah, and then he starts talking about like, I was like, why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep believing? He's like, because I read the entire script.
He's like, I read the entire script. And then Cliff goes like, "Oh, I only got my parts."
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't get that part. Like, I get you trying to be like break the fourth wall type thing, but that was like really fucking weird.
I haven't seen a ton of Jim Jarmusch's. Oh. What did you say? How did you say it?
Jarmusch, but I think it's Jim Jarmusch.
We saw Peterson last year,
which I really liked.
Which I really liked too, but that was like a very
it's a movie where nothing really happens, but it's entertaining.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot. But this is nothing like that. This is like it's like almost making fun of you for being like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to a zombie movie because like I'm not sick of those yet."
Yeah.
And then, but it's like, you fucking idiot. Why are you at this movie?
Even at the beginning when he's talking about like the title or the theme song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fuck.
When he's like, why does it sound so familiar? He's like, it's the theme song, Cliff. And you're like, are you? And at that point, I literally went, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
Yeah. But then
but this is the thing. I can understand where they're going with by they're like subverting those expectations and making the audience realize, almost like breaking down, the magic of a movie. Like the magic of the movie is that, we're supposed to be kind of like forced into this reality where we believe that these characters are who they're portraying.
Yeah.
And it almost seemed to me like, they were just kind of like, well, wouldn't it be funny if this happened? Or why don't we have this happen, without consulting or considering, the consequences of those choices in how like cinema is supposed to be and how film is supposed to work and how storytelling is supposed to work. Like having, Tilda Swinton's character be, beamed up by a UFO, or having the characters break the fourth wall, or having, having us know the ending of the movie before it happens by having Adam Driver's character continuously tell us that it's not going to end well. You can make those choices as a writer, but by not consulting or considering how, like, what the consequences of those actions are, you're really letting down your audience because then we just walk out of the theater feeling like we're left in the lurch. That's how I felt anyways.
Yeah, no, I think that's
I was given the bare bones of a story.
Yeah. Like you really just feel like you've been like disrespected something. That's why I was so mad about like paying $13 for it. It was like it didn't feel like you get anything out of this. It just feels like somebody made fun of you for like 2 hours and then you just leave.
But you're right. I think it's like the idea. It was almost like someone had the idea of being like, well, what if we do this like crazy story that's kind of like a lot different, where you sort of take like a big left turn, and instead of focusing on the plot itself, we make the story be about the plot, as if you're telling someone about the plot.
Yeah.
But then, like, I just feel like that, like, it was like they had this idea, but then didn't think about how the idea was going to be received at all.
Well, it's like...
Or, like, how people were going to feel about after watching it.
Well, you can subvert... Like, there's so many amazing movies that subvert plot structure, like traditional plot structure, or, you know, any sort of, like, character development or character twists or whatever. There are so many amazing movies that do that so successfully and still leave their audience satisfied walking out of a movie and saying, I really wasn't expecting that, but man, what a cool premise, you know? But I feel like the premise of this movie was not executed well.
No.
Because, like, the premise wasn't enough to support everything that happened in this movie. Yeah. It wasn't enough. Like, the best part of this movie was the cast.
Oh yeah, it was like the cameos.
And it's so disappointing too, because you're expecting such a great movie by having such an amazing cast, and it's not that there wasn't good acting, but you know, an actor can only do so much with a shitty fucking script. Like, damn, it almost makes me frustrated that all of these actors signed up for this movie, because I feel like I was like almost taken advantage of by having my expectations so high, and
then having all these actors that you like and you're interested in and that you think are good at their job, and then have them being like, you fucking idiot. Like, well, you watched this
before
too.
This movie, you told me that Selena Gomez had like a big part in this movie.
That's what everybody was saying. Like, that's everything I had read.
Like, I was expecting her to like not be dead, and then she is dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she dies.
That's
like,
the thing.
fast.
It's like their characters. That entire scene of them coming into town, stopping at the gas station. You know, actions have reactions. Like, that should have played some kind of role in the plot later on, whether it be Bobby coming to save her, or, you know, them returning to the gas station, or, you know, their characters needed to contribute to the plot somehow, and they did not. The only thing that happened was that the hotel manager kills them, which is not an action. It's it's an action in the sense that that's what he does, but it has no consequence on the plot. Everybody turns into a zombie in this movie.
Well, it does in a way
which is so disinteresting.
It's like, I guess, a side thing, but so they are like watching the news or like listening to the radio or something.
Oh yeah.
So they're like sitting in their hotel room and they're watching the news or whatever.
Yeah.
And then one of them says like, we should lock the door. So you literally see one of them get up and then lock the door. But then later, when we realize that they've died, he's like coming out of that room. Like the door's open and he's just... Yeah, but it's like, so they can just... Because none of the other zombies showed any sort of like cognitive ability to use like any tools.
No.
In fact, they're like they're like the bit with the hardware store. They can't open the door.
Yeah.
Even like the juvie, like they can't open the door. Like they're just milling about. They can't figure that out. And somehow this guy like managed to use a key and then open the door, and that's how they died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not really like a massive thing, but it's like, well, this guy was able to do that and nobody else was.
Yeah.
I was with it, I think, the first like 20 or 30 minutes right after like the diner killings. I was like, this is kind of funny. Like, I think at the beginning when they, you know, had a lot of exposition through like radio and TV and that sort of thing, it kind of reminded me of a school play or like, you know, a play of some kind where they have to tell the audience what's going on without, you know, being able to show them that, oh, across the country, all of this kind of stuff is happening as well. And I was with it until like the diner killing. I think even with the hobo, what's that guy's name? Hobo Bob or something like that? Hobo Bill? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Hermit Bob. Yeah.
Hermit Bob? I don't remember.
I think Tom Waits. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, this is interesting. This is really funny.
Well, I even liked his character.
I thought Adam Driver's acting was great in this movie.
I actually didn't think Bill Murray was that bad either.
No.
Yeah, I like Bill Murray.
I just think Bill Murray tends to always play the same character. That's my
A little
only
bit, yeah. Where he kind
critique.
of becomes more and more like hysterical.
He just seems like he's being Bill Murray, like this caricature of himself, which is always.
But I guess
odd.
like you're going to a movie kind of expecting that.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Tilda Swinton had an ace Scottish accent. I mean, she really like put on for that. And I thought her character was funny. I will say the one scene that I really, really loved was when she was putting makeup on the corpses. I thought that was so fucking funny.
And they kept opening their eyes.
No, not even when they were opening their eyes, just before that, when she had like bright blue eyeshadow and all this lipstick, and you're just like, holy shit, this woman's out of touch. Unbeknownst to us, at that point, she's an alien.
Well,
but I thought that was so funny.
You predicted it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you leaned over and you said she's an alien to me.
Yeah. Like right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she picks up the what was it? When she picks up the blocker at the police station with one hand.
Oh right, yeah, right.
Oh.
Because they make a big deal about it being
Adam
heavy.
Driver lifting it up with two hands and like really struggling, and she just lifts it up with one.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I did notice that. But I thought her role was going to be like she's the one that's going to save everybody because she was like volunteering
she pieces out.
But then she just like was like, "Oh, I'll hang out here." And then she leaves.
And she even says she'll meet them at the
Yeah. So then they go out there and that's where they get
them at the
stuck.
graveyard. Yeah.
I don't know. It was cool seeing like RZA in this. And then I don't know, like Danny Glover having like what was the guy's name? Bobby or no?
I really liked Bobby's character. He was my favorite character. The gas station attendant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was like
too.
interesting, charming. He had like some character development.
Yeah.
It's very, very
then he
slight
goes to the
character
hardware
development.
store. He like goes to the hardware store to like tell Danny Glover about what's going on.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Man, you gotta get ready here and like go for the head. You gotta make sure they go for the head." And then they start coming to the thing, so then he gets stuck there with Danny Glover. Mm-hmm. And it was like kind of nice, the two of them, the scenes that they had together. I was like, "Oh, this is great." But I don't know. It was like this movie
there was
was
the bit when he was talking about the greatest guitar pluckers in Center's.
Oh yeah. The Good Brothers or something.
The Good Brothers, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then them just talking about Sturgill Simpson so much too was.
I was like, damn,
odd.
that's an Ace, theme song. Obviously, the title of the movie came from that song, but like, okay, have the melody or something playing softly in the background. But, and I mean, I know the point was trying to annoy us. Like you could very clearly tell that they were trying to like piss us off.
But I don't know why.
Because even
because what movie can you think of that plays the theme song over and over again where you're like, oh, I'm so sick of this.
But again, that's this weird, like, premise of this movie where they're trying to, like, agitate you, but it's I think they're trying to agitate you in a charming way. Like, that movie was so weird. Like, it was so funny when they kept playing the theme song, or it was so funny when they kept talking about the script, like, haha. But it didn't land like that for me.
No, it didn't. It didn't land
and
at
I think
all.
it was supposed to be like that charming, interesting quirk of like, we're going to do this movie, but we're going to do it really, off the beaten track. And we're going to really like, subvert the expectations of the audience. We're really going to push the limits of what a movie should be.
Yeah. And
it wasn't there. It wasn't, this wasn't it.
No.
Like I said, there's so many amazing movies that do that and do it really, really well. And I just left this movie being like, well, fuck, I wasted my Wednesday night.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a movie I would ever want to see again.
No,
I just felt so unsatisfied. Mm-hmm. I was like really excited about it, and I was really excited about the idea of him doing like a zombie movie. I mean, we talked about it on this podcast. Anytime it was like, oh, so-and-so's in this movie now.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
And then it just was like so not.
No. And I think...
Even like there was like lazy bits too.
Yeah.
Like the bit with like the kids leaving juvie, but then like the lazy exposition
from
only
all the
ever
radio
coming
and stuff.
from instead of like talking, doing it in any other interesting way.
Yeah, the dialogue in the
And,
movie
like,
was weird.
Yeah, all the dialogue
Jarring.
was weird, and
Yeah.
just setting things up for them not to do that thing,
Yeah.
like purposely not to do that thing, but then not to do anything interesting at all.
I also think, knowing what the end of this movie is going to be. I mean, I think we talked about this in the, what was that documentary movie with Lily Collins and Zac Efron? To the Ted Bundy movie.
Oh, right.
We talked about that, where it's like, how do you expect an audience to sit through a movie when you already know the ending of the movie?
Yes.
And I think that was my problem with this too, was that
It's going to be a
we're
zombie
being
apocalypse.
told over and over and over again that the ending of this movie is not good. That something, that there's no way these characters are going to, find a solution to this zombie apocalypse and end things, and everyone's, who's dead is just going to die, and, they're going to save this town. You go into this movie knowing that these characters are not capable of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So how do you expect an audience to sit through this, entertained and interested, waiting for the end of this movie when we already know that, all hell
It's not
breaks
gonna
loose and
wait.
everybody dies?
Yeah, and then it's not going to end well.
No. It's not that I'm saying that every movie needs to have this, final plot twist where they manage to find the source of the zombie apocalypse, whether it be, some kind of medicine or what have you.
Flaming moon.
Yeah, or they reverse it and everybody lives happily ever after. I don't think so, but at the same time, we knew what it was. We knew what was going to happen, and it made this already very uninteresting movie even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
made it,
It wasn't like maybe the ending's redeeming.
Well,
nope.
it was uninteresting, but then it just made you feel bad about being there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, what would you guys rate it?
At a 7,
Yeah.
I don't know.
like a 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2 as well because I did like some of
Some of
the
it.
acting, but the lines
And,
are
some of the
weird too.
jokes
So
were
maybe not
pretty
even
funny.
2, maybe just 1.
Yeah, I did laugh at the
Last
made-up
7.
corpses. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give it 2.
yeah,
I think
it's
just
not
'cause
getting
I-
good ratings either. I'm glad we're not the only ones.
Yeah, it was pretty in the
Yeah,
middle.
it
Yeah.
was.
I would give
This
it
movie
2
is such a
because
bummer.
I liked Adam Driver
Yeah.
in it. He was fine. Chloe Sevigny was a little too hysterical.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was she was directed to.
But I
be
think it
that
was in
hysterical.
contrast to all the other characters that are like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, it's a zombie apocalypse. Okay.
Because then I thought she acted really normal, in a way that seemed really realistic. Seeing the 2 first corpses in the diner,
yeah.
and she's like, "Holy
She
shit!"
hurls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, again,
and
she's
she's
the only
shocked,
one.
and then she never really
Yeah.
recovers from that.
She's the only one that really carries the kind of emotion that you would expect
From a zombie apocalypse.
from someone
Yeah.
in an actual zombie apocalypse.
And I liked her in it. I felt maybe that's why I thought she was a little too hysterical, just because everybody in contrast to that almost seemed like they didn't understand
Why she was so
or
upset.
weren't on that level or
But
whatever.
again, I'm sure that was a stylistic choice.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't know. I think 2 out of 7's fine.
Yeah, it was. I'm disappointed too because I keep telling people that I didn't like this movie. Like Jenna today was asking me what podcast we were recording, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the dead don't die," and I told her it was bad, and I just could see the heartbreak in her eyes.
Yeah. Because
because people want to be good.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to watch a fucking zombie apocalypse movie
With all these
with all of these amazing actors and actresses? I guess they're all actors. No one uses the term actress anymore.
They're all actors, baby.
Who doesn't want that? That seems like such a something that would be right up my alley,
Oh yeah.
right up your
Big time.
guys' alley.
Yeah, this checks all the boxes.
Yeah,
But yeah, it just wasn't.
they did us dirty.
Yeah, they did.
Gross.
All right. Is that it?
Sign us off.
I think so.
That was first watch, first listen of The Dead Don't Die by Jim Jarmusch.
Jimish.
I think that was it. Jim Jarmusch.
Don't
Nah, who
act
cares?
so confident. Yeah.
I've been your co-host Pat. You can find me on Twitter at @kidcombo_, and I am of course joined by my twin brother and co-host. You can find him on social media at Antimonium, and we are joined by Georgia at the States of Georgia on social media.
His lover. Not a friend. More than that.
Only lovers.
Bye.
Bye.
This needs business.